I'm going to show the prunings of my onion seedlings and pruning of my chili seedlings. Pruning is required on certain plants, and how we are going to do the pruning for different plants is different. So pruning of onion seedlings will give them strong growth of the root, and also the foliage, wherever we cut, the left of the foliage will be grown very strongly. Similarly, peppers, we don't want peppers to grow tall and tall. We want peppers to grow bushy and give us enough crop. That's what we aim to do, so that we perform this pruning technique on peppers. Sweet peppers and aubergines we do in a different technique. Also, we do pruning of the suckers of a tomato plant, suckers of cucumbers, any goats. Pruning of the suckers is the key. Otherwise, suckers take over and you might not get the fruit at the end. So that's why pruning is required, and I'm going to do my onions and peppers today. Today I just pruned the tops of my onion seedlings. This is the second pruning I'm doing. I did that 3 weeks back, I think probably 2 weeks back, I don't remember, I need to look at the calendar. However, so I generally do 2 prunings. If you see, I just left it 2 inches from the soil, yeah, maybe 2.5 inches. First, when I did the first cutting, it was 1.5 inches. Now it's 2.5 inches, and in 2 weeks time they go on the ground. So the bulb formation will be very sturdy and very healthy. So it concentrates more on the bulb rather than the leaf. We also need a leaf, not at this stage, later on. So I'm doing all my onions in a similar way. Not the spring onions, I don't do the spring onions. These are the main onions. So look at this leftovers, this side I did. It's very simple. Just take a knife like this, just any knife, and just chop it like this, just like this. So like this, nothing else. So that's what I do. Last 2 years I've been successful in doing that. I have seen somebody doing, probably I must have read somewhere, so I'm following that concept, and it gave me a lot of success. So this is what is pruned off onions, and what do I do with it? Very good question. I basically use them in salads, and also use them in any cooking. It tastes exactly like onions, and very nice. These are my chili plants. So date was 3rd January, and they are almost 1 feet tall now, maybe more than just 1 feet, but I don't want them to grow tall. I want them to be bushy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to prune them, and they'll grow bushy than growing tall. So this technique is applied for sweet peppers, chili peppers, cucumbers, and tomatoes. Tomatoes we prune the suckers, and cucumbers we prune the suckers as well, leaving the fruit one on. And for chilies, we do chili peppers, we do tops off, and then for the sweet peppers we prune them in a V shape. And some people, they apply the same V shape concept to the aubergines as well. So that's what I'm going to do now. These are chili peppers. I'm going to do the tops off as a pruning technique. When you're planning to prune your chilies, make sure that they got 4 sets of nodes already formed. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. So minimum you need to see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 nodes or 4, the bud points. You make sure that you can do it 3 as well, but most of them they prefer at 4. And then anything on top of it, just chop it off. So as I mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to leave the 5th one as well, just stops it. So another I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just leaving this until that point. Maybe I'll do a little bit up or down, doesn't matter. So 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Minimum you need to make sure that you leave the 4 minimum. That's it. Yeah, I just topped off some of them where applicable, and they're gonna go stronger in terms of stem and sturdy, and also they're gonna produce side shoots very strong, so it will be bushy in few weeks time.